Good evening. I am Teresa Rosen, Assistant Principal at Richfield High School. Before we begin tonight's ceremony, I have a few reminders I would like to share with you. Tonight is an important night for you and our graduating seniors. To show respect for the importance of this ceremony, we ask that you turn off your cell phone. Please remain seated during the processional. Do not approach the stage to take pictures during the ceremony. Please be respectful of the students during the awarding of diplomas. It is important that each student's name is heard when it is announced. At the close of our ceremony, we ask that you would remain seated until all the students have recessed out the back side and out the last exit. Thank you. Joining us for this evening's ceremony are members of the school board and our school superintendent. Please join me in welcoming school board members, John Easterwood, Chair, Todd Nolenberger, Vice Chair, Dave Lamberger, Clerk, Sandy Belkengren, Treasurer, Deb Etchen, Director, John Ashmead, Director, and our Superintendent, Dr. Robert Slaughterback. Now please direct your attention to the back of the auditorium and join me in welcoming the Richfield High School faculty, staff, and other Richfield High School officials, led in by Principal Jason Wenschlag and Assistant Principal Eric Paulson. I present to you the Richfield High School class of 2013.
Graduates, you may be seated. Honored guests, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Slaughterback, faculty, friends, parents, and graduates. I'm Jason Wenschlag, principal of Richfield High School. I welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2013. Thank you for your attendance this evening and for the great support you show our school and our students. Would you all please stand and join the Richfield High School Concert Choir under the direction of Jonathan Copeland in honoring our country with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so
Before we begin this evening's program, I'd like to take a moment and recognize the contributions of many, many people who make this night possible. Please hold your applause until after the following people have been recognized. Julie Hayek, my administrative assistant, who really organizes every detail of this event. Assistant Principals Eric Paulson and Teresa Rosen for their support and leadership throughout this process. The rest of my high school staff, Doris Pomerleau and Kathy Tyson. And a very large RHS graduation committee, which I will read right now. Dave Boy, Matthew Brown, Dave Clark, Mike Cunningham, Dustin Dreifke, Steve Gothman, Tracy Hoffman, Victoria Johnson, Chris Cause, Pat Larson, Sarah Lindy, Matthew Mullenbach, Kim Niederlucky, Jessica Oki, Chris Peterson, Mike Rice, Judy Schulte, Chris Scholes, John Trenda, John Wessel, Bruce Wiebe, Matthew Zeidler, and Marissa Zimmerman. Quite a crew. I'd also like to thank our great high school choir, directed by Jonathan Copeland, our high school band, directed by Mr. Ben Hain, the great staff here at the Convention Center, and finally, and I think the graduates would agree with me, I think we need to have all Richfield High School faculty and staff and any past or present Richfield Public School staff please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Seniors, everyone we just recognized and everybody you invited tonight is here to honor you. This ceremony is the culmination of all the hard work you've put into 13 years of school, and it also marks the beginning of a lifetime of new adventures and success. When we first met last September, as you know, I was the fourth principal in your high school career to welcome you to the new school year. That is a claim to fame I'm sure not many people in this audience can say. And you know what? You showed me respect from the very beginning. You met my challenge of being good leaders for the rest of our school. And you showed me that you are a resilient group of students. I also discussed with you 3 words that I believe define what we're about at Richfield High School: dreams, relationships, and excellence. Those words may mean something different to each of you, but tonight I want to briefly describe how I think they're going to impact your future. First, dreams. When you leave tonight, each of you starts a new journey. 114 of you will be attending a 2-year college. 68 of you will be attending a 4-year college or university. 6 of you will be attending a technical program. 11 of you will be serving our country in the U.S. military. And 35 of you will be entering the world of work or continuing your learning in other ways. Where these paths take you, nobody knows, but I offer you this advice: dream big, and always do what you love. Life is short and very uncertain, so make sure you are doing things that you enjoy and give you a sense of satisfaction and purpose. Second, relationships, the bedrock of the Richfield Public Schools and its community. The foundation of any success you have starts with relationships. Pay attention to how you treat those you interact with every day. Money, possessions, and achievements will mean little compared to the benefits you will receive from treating others with humility, empathy, and a willingness to serve. Also, as you know from your experience in school, one of the most important things you can do for yourself is surround yourself with people who care about you and who are going to make you better. Find those relationships and cherish them. Their impact is great and they will last forever. Finally, excellence. Numerous times throughout your life and your school career, you've been challenged to give your absolute best, which defines the pursuit of excellence. It means having high standards for yourself and acting in ways that align with those expectations. It means finishing the job and being proud of your work. And it means persevering through life's peaks and valleys, because that is what you have to do to accomplish your dreams. All of you will experience both success and failure. But as long as you are pursuing excellence, you will not only learn and achieve new things, you will also develop a level of integrity you can be proud of. In summary, As you soon become alumni of Richfield Public Schools and Richfield High School, know that you will always be part of a very proud Spartan community. We are inspired by who you are and what you have become, and I remind you of these things to guide your path ahead. Dream big, do what you love, practice humility, and as Michael Jordan once said about pursuing excellence, you must expect great things of yourself before you can do them. Expect nothing but the best. Work hard for it and create a great future for yourselves. You deserve it. Congratulations, class of 2013. Now, the Richfield High School Choir, directed by Jonathan Copeland, will now perform a musical piece to honor you guys, the class of 2013.
I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me complete. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches of it looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know.
It is my honor to introduce this evening's speakers. Olivia Volkman Johnson. Olivia has been attending Richfield schools since she was in first grade. She's been involved in theater, choir, yearbook, volleyball, and Nordic skiing. She loves music more than anything and often finds herself randomly singing during the day. She plans on going to the University of Minnesota Twin Cities campus, majoring in psychology with an emphasis in music therapy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to introduce Olivia Volkman Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Paulson. It's a lot different with people in here. No pressure. When I was little, there we go, I never dreamed about my wedding day or my perfect dream house. I dreamed about the day I would graduate. The day I would walk up to that stage, walk across, and pray to God I didn't trip in front of all those people and get my diploma. I remember watching my sister's graduation about 6 years ago and how awestruck I was at how the energy in the room shifted as that last person got their diploma. I could feel the excitement and the relief they felt when they tossed up their caps in a flurry of red and white. And now the day is finally here, and it's our turn. We're graduating. We're leaving behind those hallway passes and learning targets and coming away from the convention center today as high school graduates. We're also eager to run off and start our last summer as kids and go off to bigger and better things. But before we do that, let's stop and take the time to remember how we got here. Time to just remember Richfield. Remember the friends you've made in the past 12 years. Remember your favorite teachers, your least favorite teachers, the teachers who made you laugh on your worst days, the teachers who you're still convinced want to fail you, and the teachers who you'll never forget. Remember the lunchtime gossip and the recess mass tackles. Remember the heart-stopping moment when your crush made eye contact with you for like a whole minute. Remember you throw, you go. Remember long nights of Aaron Carter, chocolate chip ice cream, and texting on your flip phones. Remember Nerf gun wars, capture the flag, ghosts in the graveyard, and shadow tag. Remember how terrified you were on your first day of elementary school, intermediate school, middle school, and high school. Remember the friends you made because of your 120 pack of Crayola crayons with the built-in sharpener. Remember that rose art is not the same as Crayola. Remember that Mega Blocks are not the same as Legos. Remember kickball, mat ball, and the rainbow red. Remember when band was cool. Remember that band is cool. Remember that being cool didn't matter when we're all acne-ridden middle schoolers. Remember History Day, Science Fair, Invention Convention, and the Spelling Bee. Remember Eagle Bluff, the Water Park of America, and Valley Fair. And now high school. Remember freshman orientation. Remember all those scary seniors who we were sure were going to throw us in a locker. Remember Mr. Zolmer's dry sense of humor. Remember Miss Plowman's Dr. Seuss themed room. Remember Mr. Tepp's good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Remember Halloween chemistry experiments with Miss Kirsten. Remember Miss Turry's love of unicorns. Remember Mr. Wessel's reliability when it came to donuts. Remember every single gym activity that everyone loved to hate, especially pacer tests. Remember the fact that we had 4 different principals all 4 years that we were here, and it's totally a coincidence. Remember homecoming, Sadie's, fire and ice, and prom. Remember summer nights in cars, winter nights by the fire, and those days where we should have just stayed home because even Mother Nature wasn't feeling it. Remember tubing on the lake by your cabin. Remember football games, basketball games, track meets, pep rallies. Remember the girls' basketball team making it to state 2 years in a row. Yeah. Remember Andrew's real life Where's Waldo. Remember those essays you still haven't written and the books you never even read. Remember AP tests, ACT tests, SAT tests, MCA tests, and all those other tests that always result in a headache. Remember sports or consequences, parkour, and the kiss cam. Remember Italian dunkers, turkey gravy, Taco Tuesday, and of course, chicken patties. Remember the laughing, the crying, the laughing until you cry, the anger, the frustration, the excitement, the anxiety, the joy, and every single emotion in between. As much as you want to leave Richfield behind and never look back, I'm asking you to take the time to remember. Because before you knew it, you blinked, and now you're sitting here in your cap and gowns in the convention center on the day of your graduation, next to all the people you grew up with. And the fact that I'm standing here giving this speech, one of the most terrifying and courageous things I've ever done in my entire life, it makes me never want to forget what got me here, all the experiences I went through, and all the friends I made in the process. Class of 2013, you are finally done. But remember these past 12 years. Remember Richfield. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. Laurel Youngquist. Laurel has attended Richfield Public Schools since first grade also. She has participated in tennis, Nordic skiing, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and student government. Next year, she'll be attending Calvin College in the fall. In her words, I am grateful for all the years I have had at Richfield and the people I have met, my family and friends, and my teachers who have helped me do my best. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you Laurel Youngquist.
Well, class of 2013, congratulations. You've made it. Today is the day that we finally graduate. Each of us have worked hard to get to where we are. As a class, we have been through a lot. We have had 4 years of some tough classes and schoolwork, 4 years of balancing all the different parts of our lives, and of course, 4 principals in 4 years. But I think we are ending our high school career with one of the best. This day marks more than just our graduation. It marks a big change in our lives. We will transition out of high school and into the real world. Although it's fun to look back on our past, it's also important to look at our future. Our hard work is paying off, and we have a lot in store for us in the upcoming years. Some of us have been waiting years for this moment. Others of us might be a little nervous. Still, we are brought together in the simple fact that our lives are changing. No matter how we feel, the time has come for us to move on. This process of moving on often brings up one question that I'm sure we have all heard a million times. That question is, so what are you going to do next year? This question really means, what are you going to do with your life? If you are anything like me, you have been dreaming up answers to this question since the first grade. Ask any first grader what they want to do when they grow up, and you will get the craziest answers. They want to be an astronaut, an ostrich farmer, a mountain climber, or a cliff diver. Kids really know how to dream. But dreams change as we go through school. Sometimes they become more realistic. Your mountain climber might choose to be a mountain tour guide instead, or your astronaut an aerospace engineer, or maybe not. But each of us started school with a dream. Whether we knew it or not, we all hoped for something. Something inside of us pushed us on, motivated us to go, and gave us the drive to finish. We each sought after our own goals. Some of them were based in academics, sports, music, theater, you name it. All of us had a plan, a desire. Sometimes those dreams came true. You got the grade, you got to state, or you got the part. But sometimes our dreams did not come through. Still, we kept on dreaming. Maybe new dreams are made, or we made another attempt at the first one. No matter what, this class perseveres, and that perseverance has given us hope. This is who we are. That is why each of us are sitting here today. We persevered. We can all attest to the work that we have put into our schoolwork And not only that, but into our sports, our jobs, our families, and our friends. From the work that we have put in, we are getting so much out. And most of all, we are getting hope. So, whether it's joining the workforce, serving our country, going to college, or something else, we have hope for our tomorrow. And not just a hope that everything will be okay, but that it will be great. So our answers to the question, what are you going to do with your life, will not be the same for each of us. But we can all answer that we have hope. Hope to do big things or small things. Hope to change the world or to change one person. We all have hopes and dreams, so hold on to them and remember to dream big, because we have hope and we definitely know how to persevere. So now I leave you with some wise words from one of my favorite authors, Dr. Seuss, and I hope that you will take them to heart. You have brains in your heads. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction that you choose. You are on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the person who will decide where you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Laurel. Now I'd like to introduce Superintendent of Richfield Public Schools, Dr. Robert Slaughterback.
Hold on to your hats. I have a spellbinder for you tonight. My speech is entitled Causality and the Spurious Correlation. A spurious correlation is when two events or variables seem to predict or greatly influence the other, but really have no direct causal connection. For example, crime rates and ice cream sales. As the weather warms up, more ice cream is sold and more crimes are committed. As the weather cools, ice cream sales decline and there is less crime. Can a person predict the crime rate by monitoring the sale of ice cream? No, it's a spurious correlation. Here's another example. Since 1985, the price of gasoline has risen at almost identically the same pace as my hairline. There is a near perfect correlation. The price of gas goes up, my hairline goes up. I guarantee you that if I start growing my hair again, the price of gas will not go down. Causality is different. Causality is when one factor is truly influencing another. As the usage of cell phones in cars increases, so does the amount of car accidents. Decreased cell phone usage, decrease accidents. This is an example of causality. Another example, I have kept records of the 18 graduation speeches I've had the honor to deliver. There is a very interesting perfect correlation. As I've gotten older, the speeches have gotten shorter. Every year, I suggest causality. Since I am older today than at any point in the past, if there is causality, this will be the shortest graduation speech I have ever given. So here's my speech. Congratulations, go get 'em. You may clap now. I do have an official piece of this ceremony tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and families, faculty and staff, it is my honor to present to you the Richfield High School graduating class of 2013.
All right, we will now begin the awarding of our diplomas.
Kadra Abdi Ali. Adam Aldrich. Andrew Allen. Melina Rennell Alston. Samuel Joseph Amundsen. Alexis Catherine Anderson. Michaela Quinn Androff. John Carlos Arias Martinez. Chandler Arredondo. Nanette Ayala. Spencer Philip Bainbridge. Deasia Late Bazinet. Tajreed Bell. Oksana Marie Besanov. Bobby Brianna Beaver. Amy Bahari. Charity A. Bilal. Emily Elizabeth Bloom. Paul Daniel Boldo. Austin Charles Bolcom. Evan John Boncher. Jonathan Benjamin Bonnet. Carlisha Brandon. Amber Lynn Brevig. Rashawn Lindell Brown. Natasha Elizabeth Byers. Megan Wong Carlson. Urieli Castillo. Stephanie Chavez Estrada. Melanie Marie Childry. Kayla Marie Conway. Maria Gabriela Cruz Martinez. Dwayne Lynn Dallinger. Andrew Thomas Davies. Cameron Deering. Maria Delgado. Allison Desborough. Dunio Dimbil. Mac Dickinson. Ansel Dominguez Jenis. Teresa Guadalupe Durantes Sanchez. Christopher Philip Eves. Fatima Hassan Ili. Nathaniel Noel Emraj. Joshua Michael Evans. Asha Omar Farah. Hamdi Farah. Sierra Cleola May, Fort Washington. Ebony Cheyenne Fredrickson Hanspard. Neva Marie Fuller. Abdirahman Ali Grabau.
Luke J. Gagnon. Patty Gallegos Menchaca. Jesus Garcia Garcia. Tenzin Getchi. Trevor Matthew Gill. Faroud Golofshan. Sean David Griffin. Raheem Wynn Hampton. Christopher Sonny Hardy. Tasia Yakima Harris. Devin Hogg. Shataya Lene Hayes. Christian Gustavo Hernandez. Kui Ho. Justine Lynn Hogan. Joshua Howard. Kiana Marie Haltman. Melinda Hun. Rachel Ann Huspany. Jessica Faye January. Dejanay Johnson. Noelle Christine Johnson. Deshaun Jones. Sais Ioane Jordan. Anika Jobert. Arshel Shantae King Minor. Ryder Klopp. Taylor Knox. Anna S. Cragness. Kayla Ann Cray. Kevin James Crone. Amy Jo Larson. Shauna Jo Lawrence. Eric Sue Chi Lee. Ryan Kenneth Lee. Maria Leon. Yesenia Lazima Alvarado. Haley Marie Lindblom. James. I'll try it. Corey Scott Lohman. Rebecca Yvonne Lude. Anthony Lovestone. Hector Ali Luis Martinez. Joyce Darnia Luke. Nathan Lutenegger. Lee Van Mai. Kaima Elizabeth Marshall. Madison Nicole Martin. Catherine Estefany Martinez Cruz. Joseph Alexander Matko.
Darius DeMonte McCall.
Turn up.
Stephanie B. McGinnis. John Paul McDonald. Giovanni Medina.
Okay, wait. The camp counselor. You can do it.
Gabrielle Ogren.
To help me. No, I can do it. Natalie Nicole Meeks Johnson. Alex Michael Mendel. Ureli Guadalupe Mendez Martinez.
Eleni Irene Mentor. Courtney Miller. Emily Grace Milton. Farah Salaban Mire. Leah Mon. Travis Joseph Moore Winter. David Moreno Reyes. Jared Richard Mullen. Emily K. Mylander. Tenzin Namgil. Emily A. Nelson. Nam Young Win Tran. T.N. Win. Vicky Win. Driana Nypri Norwood. Jamie Marie Oberful Lally. Lydia Marie Olson. Jennifer Omana Marine. Hinda Kasim Omar. Daniel Opitz. Sonam Palmo. Laura Josephine Peasley. Duncan Pedersen. Maria Perez Diaz. Liliana Perez. Andrew Frederick Peterson. Angela E. Peterson. Joseph E. Peterson. Ravina Purin. Tracy Preston. Nicholas Andrew Pritchard. Jermaine Ramsaran. David Rangel Garcia. Teramisha Lashan Rain. Raul Enrique Gonzalez. Shannon Louise Reed. Bruno Reyes. Lisa Marie Rivers. Carlos Ernesto Rodriguez. Liliana Angelica Rodriguez. Omar Romero. Edgar Rosas Miguel. Sidani Rowe.
Joanna Sanchez Ortiz. Marcia Santiago Toledano. Jocelyn Santos. Devin Tyrell Sheila Robinson. Mackenzie Schramm. Sarah Ann Schroeder. Alexandra Rose Schultz. Aldo Segura Hernandez. Jordan A. Sims. Tejwadi Suk. Mercedes Elizabeth Marie Sorensen. Cesar Sosa. Wait until I say your name. Armando Hernan Sosa. Sokunida Soth. Estrella Soto. Jessica Desiree Stevens. Tyler Stresnick. Abel Tamarat. Stephen Don Lam Tang. Scott Richard Thomas. Sheree? Okay. Sharia Danielle Thompson. Stephen Tajani. Lynn Marie Tolstead. Michael Lee Tompkinson. Jose Luis Torres Daza. Justin Michael Trapp. Devon Keelan Tribbett. Jasmine Lene Troop. Lisa Tu. Okay. Enrica Tucker Shabazz. Bibi Ola. Cristian Ursua Vasquez. Karen Valdivia. Leslie Valero. Bernice Lily Vargas. Yasmin Vargas. Oscar Josue Velázquez Moran. Jacqueline Raquel Ventura Rivera. Arulsoti Vinayagamurthy. Anna Vo. Olivia Danielle Volkman Johnson. Chanel Lachey Washington. Alicia Ann Went. Ransom Devon Edwards Williams. Victoria Faith Williams. Papawati Wong. Sophie Ray Werdehoff. Laurel Lee Youngquist. Bashar Abdullahi Youssef. Quinn Sao. Andrew Thomas Zackert.
1 hour. Audience, shortly we will dismiss this group of students for the final time. What will happen is right after I do that, our faculty will leave and go out the back, and they will form a tunnel. And then our students will be dismissed after that. And if you can please stay in your seats, they will be exiting out the opposite side they came in. So if you're sitting over there and your son or daughter walked in over there, they'll be coming out that way. So please stay seated. Thank you so much for being here. One more time, let's give our graduating class of 2013 a big hand. Seniors, please stand. Class dismissed. Teachers, please exit. Teachers. Hold on. Teachers, you may exit at this time. Teachers.